Oh, wow. He's brought a Monaro. Good to see we both have the same idea for our... What is the best stock drift car? So basically a car from factory as it is that we think is good for drifting. We decide... We've both gone Australian. Basically, the idea was it has to be slower than a Supra, but faster than a GR86. So we went with maximum of C700, B700 PI. And after each drag drift zone, we are allowed to put 10 grand worth of upgrades on our car. First person to 3 points wins. Wow, I am really happy with this. The Ford FPV Pursuit, what have you brought?
Well, a Holden, not Monaro, that for reasons is still badged as a Vauxhall.
Well, let's start with this here drift zone. Let's go! Okay,
it's
right,
otherwise
second gear
known as a Pontiac GTO, depending on
right.
where you are familiar with this car from. Spun.
I had to put the handbrake in to get it sideways, but now once it's going, it's going. Oh, haven't quite spun yet. Just put it in second and leave it there. I imagine it's the same for you, considering we have very similar cars in theory.
I've been doing... Well, I started in third, I'm now in second, now I'm back in third again.
It's going quite well.
Even more similar cars if you had gone for a Maloo, but... Same... Although that's faster, I think, so it wouldn't have been eligible.
Yes, it is. Ooh, I'll have a number! And it's quite good.
I'm assuming it starts with a 100.
Yes. Is it higher or lower than 50?
Lower.
Is it higher or lower than 25?
Higher.
I have 140.
I have 130, almost exactly.
I have 148,000.
Wow.
It's quite practical having a car that just hangs off the edge because you can get a lot of weight behind you without having an engine there. Right, 10 grand. What do you think your car needs? Go attach it to it. Oh, that's enough. We've got drift tyres in this game, don't we? No, we don't.
Yes, but I've just found them. Guess how much they cost?
10 grand, right. I'm not putting those on. In my basket, I have a race exhaust, intake, engine block, driveline, and a street clutch. Ooh. I'm losing 40 kilos and gaining 100 exactly horsepower.
9,550 credits for twin turbos, drift suspension, drift gearbox, race driveline, and street intake.
Oh, he's gone for the full build. Not just the power in the car, that's already good. Right, well, this is going to be interesting. Meet me at the East Coast Drift Zone. It already feels good. Yeah, the power I was missing in second is now here. And I can even go into third for this high-speed drift zone. He's painted his car!
It's green!
That's a brilliant modification. That is genius. That is going to be a modification that I do as well.
You can get so much more angle with the suspension. It's brilliant.
Now we're just synchronized. Oh, no, we were synchronized drifting until I binned it.
It still feels like it needs more power to maintain a slide, surprisingly.
I'm actually quite impressed
though.
with the angle that my car gets
That was
on
not
stock
bad.
suspension. But you saying that has inspired me that my next upgrade is going to be a drift suspension. Petrol, I just got a new personal best.
Oh no.
Is yours higher or lower than 150?
Lower.
Mine is 150.
Oh. Oh, what exactly?
Yeah, well, 0.02.
146.
Ooh, you are getting closer. It's not the gap we had at the beginning. But I feel like you've just given the game away by telling me by well, basically announcing
Yes,
how good the
finding
drift suspension is.
Yes.
I don't like drift suspension. It feels weird, but maybe that's where it's at. It's worth a try. I do have a buffer of 2 points. Right. For 9,600 credits, I am buying drift spring and dampers, straight chassis reinforcement, race rear anti-roll bars, sport weight reduction, that I'm not sure on, but I'm going to risk it, race brakes, and a sports fuel system.
For exactly 10,000 credits, I have upgraded my twin turbos to race ones, put in race front and rear anti-roll bars, and street weight reduction.
I've ruined it! It doesn't feel as nice as direct as it did before the suspension.
Excellent.
I feel... Yeah, this feels very distinctly more drift buildy, which I don't necessarily like, because I am usually actually better at drifting the normal cars, if you will. I'm not getting much angle with this. I feel like, oh, maybe I should have left it stock. I think the
I'm
power
not getting as
and
much angle as there was.
the power and the roll bars are making a big difference. Probably would have gotten more out of the roll bars if we'd tuned them.
True, but I don't know what I'm doing with them. I'd probably have made them worse. Okay, second gear is apparently better.
Yeah, I've ruined it. My first stage of tuning was where it was at, I think. On the other hand, it's just the feel that I've ruined. I'm getting the points.
Strangely, it still feels like it doesn't have enough power, and yet I didn't only spend my money on power.
I'm not
which
getting
might have
points!
been more beneficial.
When you get to the halfway mark, let us know, how many points do you have? I've made mistakes. I need to compensate with more power. At the halfway, I have 105,000. No, 405.
Oh, 430.
Oh, no. Petrol's had the time to get used to the drift suspension. I have not.
Oh, wow. This is...
I'm going to have to use the rewind joker. I'm not getting the points I need. Petrol's got so much more angle. I'm just going in a straight line with smoke coming off the back of my car.
Ah, that is lovely around there.
This is a beautiful synchronized drift here. Well, synchronized, sort of.
It's only at 70 miles an hour. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not gone well.
As a tree, I didn't hit it though. Come on, hold it out to the end.
Oh, that's not as high a number as I thought it might be.
Petrol, I have a value. And it starts with an 8.
So does mine.
30.
It was definitely more than that. I'm
No!
glad I didn't have to check. But I probably should double check exactly what it was. It was 875,000.
I know exactly which corner I should have got. I'm lost out in. There was a corner I didn't get any points because I was off in grass. Right, that means it's 2-1. More upgrades, or in my case, I'm going to remove one of them. I think I stiffened it too much. I'm going to have to give it a supercharger. And because it's funny, one of them. Right, I am chucking in. For 9,600, a race positive displacement supercharger. The Forza Horizon 5 kangaroo bars, a drift diff, and a street oil and cooling setup. I'm adding 300 kilos And I'm only gaining 100 key horsepower. And it feels a lot nicer already. Come on. Let's win it here. For the Utes of the world. With a big orange antenna. And the rally lights. And the big mail bars on the front. Come on, the Ford. I was feeling good until I did that. It's making a lot of smoke and a lot of noise. How's yours
Speed.
going?
Keep the angle. This is brilliant. Got that corner slightly wrong.
It starts with 100.
That's okay, I think. So does mine.
Remember, if I win, it's over. And 60.
And 60.
6.
Yeah, mine's just 160. You've by 6,000 points. You've sort of won that.
Victory! To the car, actually no, I'd have a Holden. I'd have the Maloo if I had to have a Ute, so I'd have the Monaro.
So would I.
The car we'd rather not have has won by 6,000 points. And what a car it is. Doesn't look very stock anymore.
Brilliant.
Yours kind of does.
Sort of, apart from the angle of the wheels, yes.
That's a good point. And on that note, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do consider liking and or subscribing to our channels. Check out Purple Petrels for this point of view of this video and other great wrestling content. If you have any suggestions for future channels, please put a comment down below. And other than that, have a nice day. If you're feeling very generous, please consider leaving a tip using the Super Thanks feature. We'd be very appreciative. And thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Oh!